Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Arkham Knight. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in that standard amazing Yamaguchi window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at this Revoltech Arkham Knight. Now the thing about Revoltech figures, I know they're a complete pain in the ass to handle. A lot of people just avoid them because they're too finicky. They don't like the look of the Revoltech joints. I totally get that. I actually slowed down from collecting Revoltech figures for a bit. I just really want to pick and choose the things I really like. And I love the Arkham games. Holy crap! Those are some of the best superhero games. Some of the best video games, period. And the Arkham Knight was such a cool character. I love the whole twist kind of ending and things like that. But this is such a great figure, man. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, instant pre-order. That needs to be in my collection. And I think this thing just looks so good, man. First of all, that head sculpt looks so rad. I love the use of blue on this figure. Now, usually that's just done in a straight black. But there was a slight kind of like bluish hue to the designs from the game, but it looks like they took it a little more further with that on this figure, and I think this just looks so good, dude. All the intricate sculpting, and it had like really angular designs here, like see on the biceps. That's very angular like that, so very geometrical, if you will. The straps all look really good. The silver on the buckles, all that down here looking just awesome, man. I love the way this looks. These little things kind of get out of the way to the sides, so that works out really nice. You can see the camo there looking really good. The boots look awesome. Now, this is obviously a little bit of an exaggerated version of the Arkham Knight, as most Revoltech figures are. They're just kind of slightly anime-ish, slightly exaggerated, so he's not going to look exactly accurate. But he still looks freaking awesome, man. That looks so. The back of that looks really good. All the straps right there with the silver buckles. You got a peg hole for the stand that it comes with. You got the Arkham A on there, looking really nice too. The collar looks really good. I always love this helmet because he was like the anti-Batman kind of thing. You know what I mean? With the bat ears kind of coming up. I just think that looks so cool. The white eyes looks really good. I love the metallic of the blues here. Really deep, dark metallic blue. Just looks so awesome. I'm really digging this design. Now, I actually do have a DC Direct, or is this DC Collectibles? I'm pretty sure this is DC Direct. DC Direct Arkham Knight, and you can kind of see the difference what I'm talking about. Where most figures are going to seem just straight up black like this one definitely has more blue. I believe the design isn't this blue, but they kind of just went a little extra with it, so again, a little exaggerated. But you can see where the similarities are and things like that. It still looks really good. This is probably slightly, and I say very slightly more accurate to the game, the camo, where here it's a little more exaggerated and a little more like, again, geometrical shapes and things like that. But it still looks really cool. I do like seeing these side by side. Again, the helmet looks really good on this one. I always really love this figure, but this one just looks insane, man. So there's a very big difference. Obviously, the proportions are a little more accurate with this one as well, where this one is definitely more exaggerated because, again, that's just the Revoltech style. You know, love it or hate it, man. But I genuinely think it's really cool. So now moving on to the accessories here. We do get, of course, interchangeable hands. So you got things like a gripping hand, which also doubles as a trigger finger hand, but this thing didn't come with any guns. So that's a little disappointing because he does use guns in the game. He only comes with bladed weapons, so it's a little disappointing. You got more like open palm hands. Oh, we do got closed-fisted hands, are the ones that come in the box. And then you got things like a finger pointing hand, stuff like that. So everything you're really going to need. So those that work out really nice. You also do get these really cool twisted twin knives, which I think are super rad. They're big and bulky. I love the handle, which is like a really nice gunmetal. And you get a really nice bright silver for the blades. That works out really, really cool. But these right here, man, these katanas are insane. Look how bright and shiny that red is. You got that gunmetal handle again, looking really cool. You do get 2 of these. Holy crap, these are some of the nicest looking swords I've seen with a figure. It almost looks like Darth Vader's lightsaber. That's how shiny and metallic this blade is. It looks so freaking good. I love it so much. I love these, man. I'm probably over exaggerating here, but I think these are so cool. Now we also do get a bunch of conversion parts because you can change him from the Arkham Knight to more of like the Red Hood character. So you got things like this chest, upper torso piece. You got a swappable head right here. You got like a new different back piece and stuff like that. Or is this the front? This is the back? No, this is the front. Oh, you got options here. Okay, different front pieces. So that's actually really cool. So I'm gonna attempt to do this on camera. So bear with me. I'm probably gonna F this up. So again, just bear with me and let's do this together, shall we? Okay, so what I'm gonna kind of do here, I'm just gonna kind of strip things down here. So we're pretty much gonna get rid of like everything blue. So the head sculpt should come off like this. Just like that. That's a really nice tight peg. I'm not used to that with Revoltech. These little blue pieces right here, these little like knee pads, just come off on small, very small little Revoltech pegs right there. Take those off like this. Oh my god, these pieces are actually really, really tight. Those piece is supposed to just slide out. That's actually really easy, so I do like that. Okay. Oh, this is scary. Oh, there, okay. Just simple little ball pegs, thank God. And then these just come out like that. Gotta take out these bicep pieces. Right there. Oh my God, that's actually really, really tight. So let's take this whole thing apart. Okay, so this whole assembly, you're gonna have to take off the bicep. We're gonna need the Revoltech, and I believe this little plate comes out right here too. So that's gonna be a little tricky. Okay, so now here's the figure pretty much stripped down, all the parts off that we needed, like the little knee pads, the arms themselves, the torso, upper chest piece, and the head and things like that. So now we're just pretty much going to assemble things. So we're going to start off with the little shoulder pads here. They are lettered. You can see the little R on the inside there, and you got little pegs in the back here. So we're just going to pop those on. Those go on pretty easily, so that works out really nice. Get over here and do the same thing with that side. So those are on now. These actual forearms do separate because the bicep pieces are separately, so you just got to get these and slide those in there, and they can be really, really tight. I have one on here already. Again, there was kind of a pain in the butt, but luckily these can peg pretty easily into this, like that, and here, like there. So that actually works out really, really good, and you can kind of see what we're going with like now. So that's already looking good so far. Okay, then the same thing with this side, just pops on like that, kind of like that. Oh, it's a little tight right there, so that actually works out good like so. Okay, and then the little forearm pieces in here, these were such a pain in the butt to get out. I have the little blue ones in there, and you can kind of see the white of the chipping right there. If my camera would actually decide to focus, you can see where it chipped it off. Me trying to get it, I actually had to use an X-Acto knife to get it out of there, and that was kind of just a pain in the butt, man. So I wish that was a lot easier. So let me see here. This will just slide in like that. Boom. That actually goes in very easily, so I'm thankful for that. And then you get this one over here, like that. That actually works out really, really good. The little knee pads, you can see they have tiny little Revoltech joints kind of popping out right there, like that. And you'll see a little peg in the red section like there, or a hole, excuse me. And you're gonna kind of just line that up. It's a little tricky, man. It is really, really tricky to do some of this stuff. And again, this is one of those things where like I understand why people hate Revoltech figures. Again, they're not for everybody. They're super finicky, so I get it. Again, and that's part of why I think I'm not collecting these as much anymore. I'm going to be very nitpicky from now on with these, because I still do love them, but it's just too much of a pain in the butt to get all of them, and it's just, they're tricky to pose and stuff, and I'm having trouble with these knee pads like crazy right now. This one just does not want to go on the way it should. So maybe I just get it under a little tighter. Whenever I do stuff like this, I'm just afraid of breaking things, you know what I mean? So, okay, I think that's on pretty solid now. So hopefully that works out good. And I'm gonna take this chest piece, just slides right into the little section like that. So that works out really good. I'm gonna take that Red Hood head and then hopefully pop that on right there. Oh, this is a little tight. Oh my god, that is actually extremely tight. There we go. So that actually works out good. This is all together now. I think we're good. So now here is the Red Hood version of the Arkham Knight, which I think looks super cool. And I think this might be the way I'm going to display this figure, because I really like this version of Red Hood. And let's just see what we got here. That head sculpt is insane. I really, really love that deep metallic red. Just looks so good. Now we have like the red bits on here, looking really awesome. Same thing with those like knee pads. The new chest piece right here, that's an entirely new chest piece with the like Red Hood bat logo on there, looking really, really good. I actually also do have the DC Direct Red Hood right here, so you can see they have that same, more of the same bat logo. The red on the Revoltech one is actually really darker. You can see this one's almost more like a cherry red for the DC Direct, but I really, really like this Revoltech version here, because oh my god, I kind of want to paint my car that color. It just looks so freaking good. So I love the way that looks, you know what I mean? Like, especially like pop a sword in his hand, you know what I mean, with that red. I mean, that just looks killer, dude. I am loving that a lot. But what's really cool here with this, we actually do get the option, so you can just slide out this chest piece right here. We also have the option to change out with this red Arkham Knight chest piece, which I think is really cool too. So, I don't know, I might display him like that. It's the exact same sculpt as the blue chest like that, just done in the metallic red, but I like that option. I don't think it was ever like that in the game. Feel free to remind me if it was, but I love that. And again, oh man, I might display him like this, because I just think that looks super dope. I think they did a really good job with the metallic reds. It stands out as something very special. Okay, so now let's go over articulation here, because this is where Revoltech figures get a little insane. So the head and the neck are on pegs, so you can go look down about that much, and then up about that much. If you pull the neck back, all the way back, he can only look up about that far because it's hitting the collar here. But if you kind of push the neck forward and then tilt that up, he can actually look up a little further, which is actually really, really nice, so I like that. It does turn left and right. Again, a little hindered by this collar, and then you can pivot side to side here. We do get those Revoltech joints way up here, like on the shoulders, which is insane. So you go up that far. We can actually like swivel, and you know, these Revoltech joints are just crazy. You can rotate up there. We can rotate at that bicep cut where you actually take these arms apart. We got a Revoltech joint at the elbow, so you can bend all the way there. And I know this gap and stuff is kind of ugly to people, but it's more about, you know, angles and hyperposability for a lot of us. Revoltech joints at the wrist here, so you can rotate, spin, hinge, all that kind of stuff you like to do. If we lift these up here, we do get a double ball peg, or the Revoltech pegs, one going down and then one going up. So you got a lot of good motion there. Do rotate. We can kind of go back about that much. It seems to be hindered by the sculpting here, but we can go forward all the way over, which is almost like a 90-degree bend there, which is really nice. So I do like that. And this thing, again, just so finicky when it comes to Revoltech figures like that. And this little knee pad thing came off again. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just not putting them on right, or what, but get on there. And again, that's just one of those things with Revoltech figures, man. Things are gonna pop off, things are gonna move. It's part of it. Again, these little belt pieces do have little Revoltech joints in the back here, or little pegs, so you can move these out of the way when you need to. So we can kick up, forward, that much like so, down and back all the way there. You can do the splits out about that far. We can also rotate up there. We get a really nice bend at the knee like that. That works out actually really, really good. Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm coughing and dying here. Excuse me. I'm just recently getting over COVID. But these are our little ball parts, Revoltech pegs as well. And you got Revoltech joints at the ankles, up and down, rotate, really nice sweet ankle rocker, and then I believe we do get toe articulation down there as well. So that actually works out really good. Again, Revoltech figures are insane. They are so not for everybody. I freaking get it, man. They're barely for me, but I genuinely enjoy some of them. Again, I'm gonna be way more nitpicky now with collecting this line, but I love the Arkham games so much. So this is one I definitely had to have. Hopefully, I would love them to do more Arkham figures. I think that would be awesome. I would love to do them to do like the Arkham Batmans. Maybe even actual Red Hood and Robin. I know they got Gotham Knights coming out. I think that would be really cool to see. But man, this piece is so badass. I love this, especially this red version like this, just the way it is right here. Looks so cool, those red katanas. He is a beautiful and pain in the butt action figure, as most Revoltech figures are, like I've said many times. But I love him, and he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a Revoltech Deathstroke. And for even more comparison, here he is standing next to a DC Direct Arkham Knight and Red Hood. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Revoltech Arkham Knight. Now, man, I love the Arkham games. They're so cool, and I said I love them so much. And I love the designs of all the characters, especially Arkham Knight. I thought he was so rad, especially when you find out that he's actually Red Hood. And Revoltech did an amazing job with this particular figure. I love the colors. The metallic blues for Arkham Knight and the metallic reds for Red Hood look so freaking good. The sculpting looks amazing. The paint is perfect. I love the weapons, especially those red katanas. I think those are so rad. And again, yes, this is a little bit stylized as most Revoltech figures are. Again, this line you're going to love or hate. I get it. This figure itself is finicky. It is a little pain in the butt when you're trying to interchange the parts to Red Hood. Totally understand. But once you do have it set the way you like, man, there's no denying how awesome he looks on the shelf. There's no denying all the great poses that you can get. I think he's just so cool. Revoltech figures are amazing. Not for everyone, but I enjoy them. I think this is a fantastic piece and definitely a must get. So be excellent to each other and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.